Hello, and welcome back to Elden Ring. For those of you watching the VOD, it's actually been a week and some change since the last part of this. We were 200 attempts into the boss, as you see there. Technically 202, but we'll round down just for the sake of the prediction and stuff. It's been a week, so let's do a little bit of a chunky recap, huh? A little bit of a chunky one. Oh, hang on, let me mute the game. Real quick. Okay. Is it Max? Yes.
The fallen leaves.
This is Queen Marika, the leader of the lands between, and like the queen of all that is the lands between, and all that kind of stuff. She's also the chosen apostle for an outer god called the Greater Will. This is Radagon, her current husband, in fact, her second husband, who is actually Marika, but like not. It's like, it's a different form of Marika, but they're the same person. Marika and Radagon are the same person, just different forms. Currently, Marika is trying to shatter the Elden Ring itself, while Radagon is trying to put it back together. The Elden Ring is basically a set of runes, greater runes, that dictate the rules of the realm, if that makes sense. If the Elden Ring says that everyone is vegetarian, then nobody can eat beef. Nobody can eat meat. You know? Like, it's that kind of thing. Whatever the Elden Ring says is law. Everyone has to follow suit, but in a magical way. Where if, for example, the Elden Ring says nobody can die, or rather, it says that people can die of old age and natural causes, then people die of natural causes. If Marika takes out the rune that causes people to die from natural causes, then nobody can die of old age, nobody dies of hunger, nobody dies of dehydration, so on and so forth. Which is what happened.
Elden Ring was shattered.
The moment that the Elden Ring was shattered, the Erdtree, which is a massive golden tree that you can see from anywhere in the lands between, shot out seeds. And those seeds scattered throughout the lands between and planted new minor Erdtrees. This was believed to be impossible, because a tree shooting off seeds like that is a sign that it is dying, and that could be actually incorrect. I could be remembering incorrectly, but just go with it, okay? So it shot off those seeds, and they planted throughout the area. It was believed that was impossible because it was believed that the Erdtree was eternal.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
That's Marika again.
Now,
Hey, Matthew.
Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be.
We know where she is. She's inside of the Erdtree right now.
And in the night of the Black Knives.
The Night of the Black Knife Assassins is an event led by one of the children of Radagon. This lady right here, actually. Ranni the Witch. This right here. Ranni is one of the children of Radagon and R'hllana, Radagon's previous wife. They had 3 children, Ranni, Ricard, and Radahn. And Ranni was basically the chosen successor for Marika by the Greater Will, like the outer god, the Greater Will, right? She didn't want to be that. She didn't want to be the chosen, right? She didn't want to be the successor. So she started a plot that would cause these girlies over here to murder Marika's firstborn son, Godwyn the Golden, and carve a symbol in his back using black knives. knives with the rune of death inside of it, making it so that someone can die. Remember, the rune that Marika took out was the rune of death, and now, because they're using a rune of death, now they're able to kill someone. So they carved a symbol in the back of Godwyn, but only half of one. It was half of a circle. While Godwyn was being murdered, Ronnie was carving the same symbol into herself, making it so that she died at the same time. Because both of them died at the same time, it caused an interesting thing to happen where Godwyn's soul died, but Ronnie's body died. So her soul lived on, making it so that she basically bound her soul to a doll, making it so that she could live on. But Godwyn's soul was dead, but his body lived on, which had a side effect of after being buried next to the roots of the Erdtree, things called death roots started to bloom across the lands between, and these death roots caused undead to be revived. More so, those who live in death to be revived.
Was first.
The death of Godwyn is most likely what caused Marika to shatter the Elden Ring.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claim.
Each of those children, then after she shattered the Elden Ring, inherited a greater rune from the Elden Ring, one of the big rings, and were basically given the task to collect 3 of them. So if any of them managed to collect 3 of them, it would allow them to ascend the throne and become the next Elden Lord. Well, side note, to become Elden Lord, you need to be married to an Empyrean. An Empyrean is someone who can be a chosen apostle. You need to be married to an Empyrean. So in order for them to ascend to the throne, they would have had to find an Empyrean to marry. Now, in-game, there's a few options for that. There's Ronnie, as we spoke about. There's Mikola and Melania, who we've yet to talk about. We will in a moment. And there's another one called the Gloam-Eyed Queen, who we won't talk about right now, but she's another person in the story, but kind of not really, not super important. And then lastly, there's Marika herself. They would most likely marry their own mother. So, but they all got greater runes, and they were tasked to reforge the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. Radon, this guy right here, we'll talk about him again in a second, attempted to siege the capital and become the Elden Lord. However, as he was sieging the capital, another character named Morgott, Marika's second-born son, ascended from the sewers and attacked him, causing his siege to end. Now, Morgott is a thing called an omen. And omen is a creature born with aspects of the Crucible. We'll talk more about that in a second because there's one more character with that.
Elden Ring.
Mohg, who you can kind of see more clearly here with that's his eye right there, so you can see his face. Mohg is the twin brother of Morgott, and they were both born as Omen. Having aspects of the Crucible basically means that you are closer to humanity's, or rather all of the world's origins, meaning you are born with horns, wings, tails, claws, that kind of thing. Something animalistic. For Mohg here, you can see that he actually has 2 horns, and one is growing into his eye. Mohg is different from Morgott in one super notable way. Well, for 2 notable ways, really. Mohg's got a tail. Morgott has a tail. Morgott's got a tail, Mohg has wings. So kind of that. But also, Morgott, despite being sealed in the sewers by his mother, despite being shunned by the Golden Order and the Greater Will, still was loyal to the Greater Will and the Golden Order and his mother. All the way until the day we killed him, he was loyal to them. Mohg, on the other hand, because he got stabbed in the eye by his own horn, he basically was given the ability to see otherworldly things that average people can't. A big theme in Elden Ring is blindness. Those who can't see can actually see the most. That kind of thing. So because Mohg had his eye pierced, he was able to witness a different outer god called the Formless Mother. Or at least that's what he calls her. And the Formless Mother basically became his chosen deity. He works in service of her. And in service of her, he kidnapped another one of the demigod children, Miquella, who is actually the primary topic of the DLC, which we'll talk about in a second. Miquella is the one of the final born children of Marika. He is twins with both, he is twins with Melania. Both of them are Empyreans and pure-blood gods, because, again, it's Marika and Radagon's children, and both of them are both just Marika. So, in turn, they're pure-blood gods. They're inbred. However, because they're inbred, they are born with flaws. Miquella is given eternal youth. He is always growing. Meanwhile, Melania is born with an affliction called Scarlet Rot, which basically means she's always dying. She's always rotting. She's always decaying. They both resemble two sides of a coin. However, not the absolute sides of birth and death, but rather growing and dying.
The mad taint.
Pure inbred blood gods. Yep.
Strength.
This is Ricard, one of Radagon and Renala's children before they divorced. He is known as Ricard the Blasphemous. However, he's also a thing called I think it's a Magister. It's the Praetor. He's a Praetor, which basically means he's a sheriff. That's like the best modern day thing that we could say. He's the sheriff. He's the district attorney, even, you know. But because of that, he basically tortured people and learned secrets against the Golden Order, things that the Golden Order views as sins, because there are people that were against the Golden Order and stuff. They're prisoners. They're in prison for a reason. So in turn, having learned all those secrets, he ended up relating to them to some degree and became blasphemous, and eventually fed himself to a giant god-devouring serpent, which is when we see him in game. He also has a child. As you can see, one of these eggs is hatched, who we meet in game, named Zoriasis, or rather just Raya.
The shattering. A war from which no lord arose.
This is Melania. We already talked about her quite a bit. Twins with Miquella, inflicted with Scarlet Rot, and is always decaying because of that. However, what I left out is that the Scarlet Rot is actually another outer god, so we're 3 outer gods in, and she is the chosen of the Scarlet Rot god, and in turn is basically the Scarlet Rot goddess herself. It's theorized that she would have a third form, where the first being just humanoid, like she is now. The second being the scene that we see during the boss fight where she has big butterfly wings. The third being a scorpion tail would grow as well. We never see that scorpion tail. We never witness that final form. This is Radahn once again. However, you'll notice that he's quite a bit bigger than we seen him in the scene where he was sieging. We don't know why he gets so big. It might be from his greater rune that he receives. It might be from him being infected with the Scarlet Rot due to this battle that we're witnessing right now. We don't know why he gets so big, but regardless, he is that big now, all the same. You also notice down here that he is riding on a scrawny little horse named Leonard. We love Leonard. Radahn is a user of a thing called gravity magic. He learned this for multiple reasons, but the first reason was so that he could continue to ride on his scrawny little horse, Leonard. The second reason was to stop a meteor from crashing into the earth and destroying the town where he learned gravity magic, Celiana, and he also stopped the stars in their place in the process, making it so that fate itself would stop interacting with the world. It made it so that fate couldn't interact anymore, basically. It's also of note that after we do that, eventually we stop being able to talk to the envoys of the Greater Will. So it's possible that the stars moving made it so that we lost contact with that outer god, because of course outer god means that it's a god up in space somewhere. It's Elder Torah shit.
By the Greater Will.
Now we're getting to some of the lesser characters. That's a statue of Marika, right there.
Rise now, ye Tarnished.
The Tarnished are characters who are no longer in the Greater Will's vision, basically.
Lost grace speaks to us all.
Most of the Tarnished are part of this guy's army. That's actually Godfrey, also known as Horalu, the first Elden Lord and first husband of Marika. Most of the Tarnished were part of his army, because after, I guess right before they got divorced, Marika banished Godfrey and his army to an area called the Badlands, where they could fight and do battle without needing to be all graceful and honorable about it. They could be the Vikings that they desire to be, basically. And in turn, when they got banished, they lost the sight of grace.
Chieftain of the Badlands.
This is Gold Mask. He's basically a purist for the Golden Order. I've been saying this the whole time. If the Greater Will and the Golden Order worship the Bible, the Gold Mask here worships the Quran.
The ever-brilliant Gold Mask.
Not really worships, but, you know, reads the Quran. Fia, the Deathbed Companion, has the unique ability to sleep with people, making it so that she basically gains a fraction of their spirit, and she can then take those fractions and put them all together into a dead body that she sleeps with. Notice that she's naked. And when she sleeps with that dead body, eventually they will be arisen from the dead, reborn anew. And in turn, she tried to revive Godwyn the Golden. It didn't work. At least not yet. Loathsome Dung Eater kind of has a similar vibe, but in a much darker way. Dung Eater basically kills you and then fucks your corpse, giving you an STI that makes it so that you can never be reborn. And any children you have also can't be reborn.
The loathsome Dung Eater. And Sir Gideon.
Sir Gideon Ofnir's a nerd emoji. And a prick. And a racist. And then last but not least, we don't look like this, but there's us. We don't know who we were prior to the game, obviously, but The running theory is that we were a member of Godfrey's army, or at the very least are a descendant of someone who was in Godfrey's army, and we were left behind. We didn't get banished. Or rather, we died before we could be. Now moving on to the DLC.
Peggy 16.
Now this we don't know everything about yet.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning.
That's Mikula's hand being put inside of Mohg's corpse. He's using Mohg's corpse in order to open a gateway that will revive Radahn after we killed Radahn.
An affair.
We don't know why. But we do know that by him reviving Radahn, somehow it will cause Mikula's rebirth. We don't know.
What followed was a war unseen.
Marika ordered another one of her children. We don't know who the dad is, but it's most likely Radagon. To destroy a city of horn scent. They are human beings who have horns, and in turn are not in the guidance of grace. They are not viewed as holy by the greater will. So Messmer, at the order of Marika, did a mass genocide against them. We are currently fighting him in the game, and you will see him in a moment. That's what was it? It was the Skidoo. That's the Skidoo tree? I don't really know.
Only Mikula would abandon everything.
So Mikula came to the Shadow Realm from Yu-Gi-Oh! And started cutting off pieces of his body, while headed towards,
His golden
I guess,
flame,
where Radahn would be revived.
his blinding strength, even his fate.
He also let go of his greater rune itself, making it so that people couldn't be charmed by him, and abandoned his fate. We don't know what that means necessarily. I know a little bit more context about that, but we haven't been told it in-game, so I don't feel comfortable sharing it with you.
Will you walk with us?
And that's basically the gist of what's going on. There's also a bunch of side stories and stuff like that. There's more going on than just that. There's a bunch of side quests. But we're not going to mess with all that. None of that matters till right now. What matters right now is that we have a boss that we need to defeat. So we're going to do that. Make sure you predict, y'all. The time limit is almost gone. Make sure you predict. Don't miss out. Predict. If I happen to beat it first try and nobody predicted in that, then those channel points are gone. Let's see if I remember how to play this game.
Those
Dang.
stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer.
Dang. I'm very worried about us beating this boss today or not, because after today, tomorrow I'm doing the 12-hour stream at 9 p.m. EST of Monster Hunter Wilds. And I'm undoubtedly going to be playing Monster Hunter Wilds every stream for a hot minute. So if we don't beat this boss today, I'm worried about how long it's going to be until we play the game again. And the more and more I take long breaks from fighting the boss,
Of gold shall all meet death.
the less likely it is I'm going to beat it, because I just lose the muscle memory, if that makes sense. How you doing, Ace? Would post-dicting just be missing the prediction? No, post-dicting would be being rewarded for the prediction. So I post-dict to you all the time. I don't know what a Polish accent sounds like.
No, Mother. Forgive me.
You smell? So you can see his bright red hair here. Usually bright red hair means that you are a child of Radagon specifically. So in turn, that bright red hair tells us that he is a descendant of Radagon, and we already know that he's the child of Marika because of what he just said and stuff. So in turn, he has to be the child of Marika and Radagon, unless there is another little thing here that we don't know. He has... Okay, I need you to really look at his design next time we fully see him and not in this form. If I die, which I won't because I'm a god. He has weird proportions, Varian. He has, like, weird yaoi hands, firstly. But also, like, really long arms and really long legs, but an itty-bitty torso. He's got weird proportions.
Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light?
Dang.
Creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
See? I don't know, he's weird. Dang. Is that insta-death? No, I'm good. That's new. I'm dead. How am I alive? Please, can you pause? 3 seconds, please.
Embrace thine oblivion.
Ooh. All right. Did that kill? Yep.
Creature.
I got pretty close though. I got pretty close.
Shall
I think that's the play. I think I should just drink the flask of wondrous of physique right off the rip, so that way I can get into phase 2 faster. Because phase 2 is very clearly the wall right now, and I can't win phase 2 because I don't have enough time to learn phase 2. So I think that's the play. All right, I'm locking in. I didn't lock in very well. Okay. I got this. Alright. Dead.
Lightless creature.
Man! That second phase is so brutal for what I have to get through first. shit. Ah!
America, a curse upon thee.
Oh! What a difficult boss. Not really because it's super difficult, but because the second phase is like such a difficulty jump, at least for me. And having that difficulty jump in the second phase makes it so that there's enough time before I get there for me to forget things.
Congrats, man, you did it also 18 months.
Thanks for the sub. Hope you enjoy your emotes and your balloons, Assassin. How you doing? Thank you. That was fucking rough, but I got it. What are these things? Burns the Sealing Tree. The kindling that burned inside Messmer the Impaler, a dark thing. A dark thing. Eaten away at by a wicked serpent. Burns the Sealing Tree, said to be found at the old Rao ruins. Messmer, much like his younger sister, bore a vision of fire. Melania? Not Melania. Melena? Younger sister. Remembrance of Messmer the Impaler, honed into the Skidoo tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can also be used to gain a great bounty of runes. A malevolent snake writhed within Messmer, and so his very mother plucked out his eye and put in its place a seal of grace. Yet having done so, her fear compelled her to secret away her child within the realm of shadow. Hidden away, keeping company with the original sin, the hatred that would not be confined. The original sin being flame? Or maybe abyss. That could mean Melena, our old finger keeper, not finger keeper, sorry, fire maiden, or just maiden in general, I guess. That could mean her. She has a vision of fire. It could mean. It could also mean someone else because many people have the vision of flame, such as those in the Volcano Manor. There's a painting of the Erdtree on fire. So it could mean them. Let's go see what his gear is. And then come back here. Before we continue theory crafting. Because his gear could offer more hints towards it. I won the prediction? Nice! Good shit. And I helped, and you helped. Weapon of Messmer the Impaler, a great spear with a warped blade in the shape of an undulating flame. Remade by the forging arts of the Realm of Shadow, this weapon can be thrown by executing a strong attack, dashing strong attack, or mounted strong attack. Charge the attack to produce a flame on impact. That's pretty cool. This is a spear, right? It's a great spear, yeah. Messmer's Assault, a fierce succession of attacks using a flame-coated spear tip. Repeated inputs allow up to 2 follow-up attacks. The final move thrusts the spear into the ground, causing countless spears to form in the surrounding area. Summon Messmer's flame to form a giant floating orb. The orb soars towards a foe, crashing into the earth and explodes after a brief delay. Charging enhances potency. Messmer despised his own fire. Time and time again, he hoped to rid himself of it, but ever did it burn. Okay, so he hates his own fire. So in turn, that tells me a couple things. The fire is probably the original sin that it's referencing, because obviously fire burned Erdtree, Erdtree godly, fire burned Erdtree bad. So like, the fire is probably the original sin. He hates it because he blames it for him being exiled by Marika. And then cursed Marika at the end. Perhaps for never awarding him or unexiling him, even though he did what she asked and did the genocide. Maybe? And then the sister, the only one that makes sense to me right off the rip is Milena, because she's another big character that doesn't really get explained. But it could be someone else that we haven't met. So there's still options there. Black Helm of Messmer the Impaler, crowned with 2 intertwined winged serpents. Slightly enhances incantations of Messmer's flame as well as Fire Knight skills. The winged snakes were Messmer's constant companions. They were there when the base serpent was sealed away behind his eye. They were there through his eternity of suffering. They will accompany him yet in his hideous new form, born when he destroyed the grace granted by his mother. Oh, I see. They will accompany him yet in his hideous new form, born when he destroyed a grace granted by his mother. They have accepted his fate as much as he. Messmer's armor. Black armor of Messmer the Impaler, draped with a red cloak bearing his crest embroidered. On his mother's wishes, Messmer made himself a symbol of fear, undertaking the cleansing crusade she desired. Direct thy malediction, thine ire, and thy grief towards me alone. What? Direct thy malediction, thine ire. Now, let's look up the exact definitions. I think I know what those mean. Let's look up the exact definitions. Malediction. A magical word or phrase uttered with the intention of bringing out evil or destruction, a curse. And then ire is like rage, anger, yeah. Direct thy evil, thine anger, and thy grief towards me alone. So that's not Marika speaking, that's Messmer speaking, and it's Messmer saying, hey, don't hate on Marika because this is happening, even though I'm doing it for Marika. Instead, hate me in her place. Black gauntlets of Messmer the Impaler. On his mother's wishes, same thing. And then... same thing. Okay. How much are these? 10,000? Alright, let's buy them. Let's go check out Bach. What I paused when I was reading there is I was having a realization that Melania has red hair, but Mikola has blonde. Messmer has red hair, but Melina has blonde. There's a through line there, so I was having that realization. Now we need to go to Bach real quick and check out, check a look if we can, who's that? Oh. if we can reforge Messmer's gear to say anything new. Okay.
Bok the seamster at your service, my
Love you,
lord.
Bok.
Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
Love you, Bok. Interesting. So I can change that gear, but it doesn't change into anything. Can't change anything else of his? No.
Going, please.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Nothing new. Okay. So this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. You gotta remember his name, Quack. It wasn't Igor, it was Egon. The only one still with a head, and it's holding a baby. And now there's a sister in the picture. Sister picture. And I, Egon. How you doing, Jenny? By the way. By the by, you came in right as I beat the ball. All right. Now we're on our way. One moment. Okay, I believe these are impossible to get now because I didn't summon Homie for the fight. So I'm gonna read his gear. Because I think I just can't summon him now. I can't continue his quest line because I didn't summon him for the fight. So I'm gonna read what it says. Here's the mask. He doesn't do much after this. Yeah, he doesn't do much, but I just didn't summon him for it. It says, Caterpillar Mask. A grotesque mask constructed from countless solidified caterpillars. A ritual implement of the greater potentates of Bonnie Village. Used to ward off thoughts of impurity, doubt, temptation, and other wickedness one is vulnerable to while absorbed into the divine ritual. So I assume that he was a potentate in Bonnie Village then. That's pretty cool. Braided cord robe. Ragged black cloth overlaid with braided cord. Attire of a vengeance-seeking horn scent. The braided cord ties together the vow of the revenger and the victim's grudges. It must never come undone. Enhances both watchful spirits and vengeful spirits summoned by the horned barons. Braided arm wraps. Ragged black cloth tied with braided cord. Attire of a vengeance-seeking horn scent. Soiled loincloth. This lightly soiled loincloth of ragged cloth does little more than conceal one's nether region. Dang it, we could have had that. And then also a falx. Curved swords with long sickle-like blade. A pair of weapons made to be wielded in both hands. forged by a horn sent in the name of revenge. In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield. I have learned my lesson. I need to read further. I still don't think we would have gotten those things. However, it does say that he is located somewhere else. I don't know why they say that down here and not in the quest objectives above. I don't know why I have to scroll down to a walkthrough to learn that instead of them saying it at the top in the quest objectives. So he is elsewhere. I don't know if we would have gotten that stuff. I was just about to read his dialogue. I guess I'm not going to do that now. We're instead going to go get him. Hang on, I got a fucking thing to do now. Oh, there's something here. Message from Letta. Dane passed on a message. The sealing tree is in the ancient ruins of Rao. It lies beyond the high bridge leading from the first floor of the storehouse. I will join you there once I have finished the task at hand. Okay. Oh! Hi.
What cruelty is this? Who would rob me of my one vital purpose? Am I so feeble, witless, dull of blade, that vengeance was never to have been mine? Oh, mother. Oh, most cherished wife and child. It seems vengeance was not mine to enact. Where now should I point my tired blade? Where now should I point my tired blade? Where now?
Okay. Where now? Okay. And then we need to go to... I'm guessing back where... Seems like you actually had to summon him. Yeah. We'll see him again later. I'm assuming if she's attacking Ansbach, then it's probably just over here where he's usually chilling. Oh, why do I have my shield out? When did that happen? Nope. Okay. Seems like everything leads to Rao, and I'm good to move on. Of course, I also still need to get over like in this area and down down here. I don't know how to do that. I'm willing to accept an answer on that. Am I passing by that now? Should I go back? Should I turn around and explore this zone more and see if I can find a way over there? Like, is Rao leaving that area, or will it like loop around kind of thing? The way I ran it was I ignored the summon. It's not. Different answer. Yeah, it seems like there's many ways to do that quest line, which is, tracks. Did you go into the rafters yet? I don't know what that means. Of the storehouse? Yeah. Yes, I did. Like through there, yeah. On these things? Did I pass by a way that leads out? Where would that be? It would have to be on this side. Talking above where you're at. No. Okay, I'll look around. Thank you. I just need to know if I should go to Rao yet or if I should turn around. Which I did. Seems like there's another way. Assassin hinted to another way to get into the storehouse from this zone that I never found. We're gonna check a look around. I killed that guy. Yeah. The crab spawns there. I don't think I ever walked in here. Hi. Crabby crab. Hopefully these crabs stop chasing me eventually. Well. I'm glad there's a second one of those guys. I really wanted that. When I fought the other guy, I was like, man, I really hope there's another one down here. I really, really hope. I'm so glad there is. Hi. No thanks. I think I'll pass for now. I did come from this way. I fell down there. I mean, that leads down. I don't know where it would be. It leads down. Definitely don't need to go down again, because that led to the tree. And the flower fight and stuff like that. I definitely don't need to do that. This leads to nowhere. I'm making a recovery drive. And I want to wait till it's done. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What's happening? My only guess is that I would have to go up. Have I gone that way before? I don't think I have. I found an elevator. Now I can get up here from the ground spawn. I can't believe I didn't see this here before when I walked by. I won't say anything specific. What weapon are you using in Wilds? Chat, go follow Blackjack. Good bean. Charge blade? Ooh. It's very different from the beta. It's very different than it was in World. Are you getting acclimated? Did you play World? Or any of the other Monster Hunters? This was so simple to find. I'm surprised I didn't find this on my own. Oh, I know where I am. I'm surprised I needed a push to get here. What do I need to level up right now? I have 1,000 hours in World? God damn. Not much. I can probably get that. With just this alone. I'm glad you're enjoying Wilds. We'll be playing that tomorrow at 9 p.m. EST for a 12-hour stream. Oh, this area is blue. Glintstone. Wow, you really didn't care about any of that, huh? Alright. Carrion thrusting shield. It's a new type of weapon. Silver thrusting shield embedded with glintstone enables the wielder to attack and guard simultaneously. Once wielded by Rolana, the Twin Moon Knight, during her sole entry into ritual combat, a demonstration of fidelity to the Erdtree. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Oops. A skill that uses the shield to attack. Repeated inputs allow for up to 3 follow-up attacks. What an interesting weapon. Huh. Cool. I won't be using it, but cool. I'm learning the new charge blade stuff. I'm looking forward to re-falling in love with my bug stick. I will be trying different weapons, of course. I'm planning on doing that when I'm doing co-op with other people, especially people who are learning the game, that I'll have to, like, pull back my build for. But, I'm looking forward to falling in love with Bugstick. Okay. We need a come emote. There is a reason why we don't have a come emote. Unless you are saying a come emote that is entirely unrelated to come. But I actively tried to make the emotes somewhere near safe for work. So unless you want to add a extremely safe for work come emote, as like a gag. You know, I kind of regret leveling endurance instead of... It's interesting. Instead of, more arcane. I should have just went deeper into arcane. Whoa. Why is it red over there? Interesting. Chad, I want y'all to start a new habit. Chad, I have a request. I have a formal request, chat. This is my formal request. Including right now. Whenever there's someone that joins the chat, and you know that they're a streamer, like you personally know that they stream, just shout them out. That's it. That is my formal request of you, chat. I just found this, so I'm going to go back to the 7th floor, because now I know that there's an item hanging out in the Bull's Bussy. So I'm going to go check out the Bull's Bussy and see if I can get that item. Because I think I know where that Bull Bussy is. Is it not, like, right there? Yeah. So if I kill this guy, then I have access to Bull Bussy. Whoa. Okay. I didn't get all that. I said, that cannot be the cum emote. It is a good emote, though. It is a very good emote. I said I have a formal request, and the formal request is, anytime there's a streamer that enters chat and you know that they're a streamer, just shout them out. Even if it's not a raid, just shout them out. Why not? Because it implies that the white stuff is the cummies. It's literally just milk, but if you name it cum, it implies that it's cum and not milk. No, it's milk, but if you rename that emote to cum, then it implies that it's cum. I did extra work just then. I didn't need to do all that. I won't rename it. I like it. You could keep the emote. I'm not saying remove the emote. I'm saying if that's the emote that we're naming to cum, then we can't do that. I'm thinking, like, so we need something that's, like, incredibly wholesome. Like, interesting. Like, as wholesome can be. And then we name that to come. Good night, Blackjack. I love you. Mwah. Oh, I never changed out my items. Oops. Item discovery and, what was this one? It was, I thought I had something else here. I don't remember. I'll leave what I got. Oh, that's not even why I entered. I entered here so that I could add a throwing item. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Not what I had in mind, but sure. Kinda cursed. A little cursed. If someone can find an emote of, like, someone friendly gesturing to someone to follow them, then name that Cum Cum. Cum Cum. I think that would be funny. Cum Cum. Cum Cum. A little Cum Cum. Now, why would I drop here? What would be thine purpose? There is an item over there. Yeah. Oh, oops. Glue bottle labeled Drew's glue. Like Elmer's glue. I already have a cumdle and nobody's buying that. Okay, this seems to be the way to get to the area that I wanted to go. I'm sure there's so much more that I just passed by. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe so. Where does this go? Can't open it, don't know. Well, why not? Drew's glues. Mood change. Very sudden mood change. Summoning pool is now functional. Have mercy for the spirited away shamans. Interesting. Not enough. Where am I? Skidoo view. They knew what they were doing. Hi. 4. Gravity magic. Animations from Sekiro. Or is that from Sekiro? I think they're both. Well, I just seen inside it. What's his name? It's something. I am Baba Oniwa. I don't remember the name. Horse fight, horse fight, horse fight. Yippee! Yippee, horse fight. Dang. Did you see that jump though? That's what it is. My name is Gyobo. Did they say? I said Gyobo, not Gyobu. Did they say Masatak in that? I can't remember that. I think they just said, my name is Gyobu Oniwa. Did they say Masatak in that? I don't remember that. Good fight. Here's a good game. I think I'm just gonna foot this one. I enjoy the foot fights more. Okay, I'm just gonna hoof this one. My name is Gyobu Masatak Oniwa. As I breathe, you will not pass the castle gate. Horse fight, horse fight, horse fight, horse fight, horse fight. Yippee, yippee, oh. Yippee, horse fight. No more horse fight. Horse fight no more. Masataka Oniwa? I don't remember any of that. It's been a long time. So while watching your new video, all I could think of the whole time was how I wished you asked me the names, because I could look up their names in hiragana/katakana and confirm how they were meant to be pronounced. The Japanese pronunciation and the English pronunciation are not necessarily the same. There are some monsters that are named entirely different things, so it's like it's not necessarily the same. And I also know how to pronounce them. It was a goof. It's Balahara and Bonbera. Yeah, that's right. Everything is fake. Everything that you thought you knew is a lie. Dude, I don't know. I mean, the fact that I tricked you into thinking that I didn't know is successful. It's not... This is not a TISM thing. This is a I was acting thing. Because I know how to say them. I was just acting like I didn't for the goof. But also, I could have just looked up how they say it in game. There are like, there's moments where they say these names and stuff. Like I could look it up, but I didn't. Wearing red, using gravity magic. Redmayne? A soldier of Radon, maybe? You just look it up after all that research? The Luctopus one was real. Jesus Christ. Ew, I didn't like looking at his pulsating nostrils. Ew, that was gross. Really just that one combo. Hey, oh. Okay. 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 Oh! Phase 2. What the fuck? That was awesome! Stop being cool, I wanna not like you. awesome! I got this. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna beat the boss this time. I'm gonna kill him this time. This is the one. The poor people are gonna be distracted in a second. I got this. Ow. 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 Alright. Never mind, I guess. Alright. Alright. It's always that fucking combo. It's that combo. It's that one single one. What the fuck? Okay. That scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what to do. I was so, like, taken aback. I'm out of healing. And, okay. Alright.